She was expected to stay close to home. Safe, sheltered, protected. But instead, she boards a military plane. And with that single step, Spain's crown princess defies the image the world thought it knew. The cameras caught it. The world saw it. But what no one knows is the story behind it all. Today, we take you deep into the truth of Princess Leonor's first day at the San Javier Academy. A day that will mark her forever. The moment was unshakably symbolic. A future queen walking across the tarmac, her hair pulled neatly back, her uniform crisp, her posture regal. But if you looked closely, you could see it, the flicker of nerves, the quiet weight of responsibility, and the trace of a smile that seemed to say, "I am ready." Why does this matter so much? Because Leonor is not just any young woman boarding a plane. She is the heir to Spain's throne. And every step she takes is history in the making. Update: Princess Leonor boards a plane on her first day at the San Javier Academy. Let's begin with the setting. San Javier, a place where Spain's Air Force cadets are forged into leaders. A place of discipline, sweat, and sacrifice. Now imagine, Spain's princess arriving there on her very first day. Not as royalty, not as a symbol, but as a cadet, equal among equals. Yet was she truly equal? That is the question. The Academy's traditions are strict, the training relentless. And here comes Leonor, a young woman raised in palaces, suddenly waking at dawn, saluting commanders, and eating in silence with fellow trainees. For the first time, the line between crown and country blurs. But let's rewind. Why did the Spanish royal house make this move? Why place their heir in military training, under public gaze, with all the risks it entails? The answer lies in history, and in family. Her father, King Felipe VI, walked this very path decades ago. He wore the same uniform. He endured the same drills. And he emerged not just as a prince, but as a leader forged in discipline. The monarchy knows the people must see their future queen not only as royal blood, but as a woman of service. And yet, behind the scenes, not everyone was at peace. Imagine Queen Letitia's heart as her eldest daughter boarded that plane. Pride, certainly, but also fear. A mother's fear of the unknown, of the dangers, of the distance. Did she smile for the cameras while quietly holding her breath? Only those closest to her will ever truly know. Then there is her sister, Infanta Sofia. The bond between the two girls is well known, inseparable, protective, deeply loving. As Leonor stepped onto the aircraft, what words passed between them? A whispered joke to calm the nerves. A silent promise to write letters. In that moment, Sofia was not just a younger sister. She became the anchor to Leonor's heart, a reminder of home. And what about Leonor herself? What runs through the mind of a 19-year-old as she leaves behind luxury and enters a world of barracks, boots, and bed inspections? Did she feel the weight of a nation, or simply the thrill of adventure? This is where the story deepens. Because Leonor is more than a princess, she is a symbol of a monarchy trying to stay relevant in a modern Spain. Every choice, every step, every salute will be scrutinized. And that scrutiny began the moment her foot touched the aircraft stairs. The press reported it as routine. But nothing about this day was routine. In fact, whispers within royal circles suggest that this moment was carefully staged, not for show, but for meaning. The boarding of the plane was not just transport. It was transformation, a passage from the protected cocoon of royalty into the crucible of duty. But here lies the curiosity: what challenges will she truly face at San Javier? How will her fellow cadets treat her? Will they bow to her status, or push her harder to prove she belongs? History shows both paths are possible. Felipe was tested, even doubted, until he earned respect. Leonor's journey may prove even harder. And then, there's the matter of love. For the Academy is not just about training, it's about bonds formed under pressure. Could this be the place where Leonor meets someone who sees her not as a princess, but simply as a young woman? Could romance bloom amid drills and duty? Some royal insiders whisper that it is only a matter of time before the heart makes its own flight. The symbolism is impossible to ignore. The plane is not just transport. It is a metaphor. A young woman rising into the sky, carrying with her the hopes of a crown, the pride of her family, and the watchful eyes of a nation. But let's ask the harder question: is Leonor ready? The academy will strip away titles. She will wake at dawn, march until her feet ache, learn codes, strategies, and survival. There will be no royal privileges. And in those long, grueling days, when fatigue sets in and doubt creeps close, she will face the choice every leader must face: surrender to ease, or rise to destiny. And make no mistake, the people of Spain are watching closely. Some admire her courage, others criticize the monarchy itself. But all agree, Leonor's path will define the future. So, what happened on that plane ride? Sources say she sat quietly, gaze fixed on the horizon, her uniform neat, her hands folded. But behind her calm demeanor was a storm of thought: family, nation, love, duty. The four pillars of her life, all carried with her into the skies. And here is where the loop tightens. Because if this is just the beginning, what will the end look like? When Leonor emerges from the academy months from now, will she still be the same girl who boarded the plane? Or will she return as something more, something Spain has been waiting for? The day will come when she takes the throne. But the story of how she takes flight begins here, with this very first step. Princess Leonor boarding a plane at San Javier Academy is more than an update. It is a glimpse into history unfolding. A story of royalty tested, a family bound by love, and a young woman stepping bravely into the unknown. And so, the world watches. And waits. Because this is not just a plane ride. It is destiny taking flight.